don't know what happened to the chat. It went away one time, and now it's. And I was like, I lost that one. Then it came back, and now it's gone again. Now that's permanently popped out. I don't know what I did. My generator. No, that's not right. Whatever. The live stream. What's that notification? Oh, yeah. People chatting about the they're liking. I don't have a fork. Be right back. I have so much pineapple, but no fork. Did you get one or two? I got one because I was already PO'd about your milk thing, so I'm like, and then I had to get a bag because I got, like bread and stuff, and then I was like, oh right, paper towels, I got to get that. So yeah, why not? Well, I mean, I hadn't actually eaten much today, so yes, I know Duolingo. Swablu's best IV. What, 15, 15, 15? That's what it should be, right? Yeah. And I'll just leave that off Facebook for now. Wow. All right, chat's not on there. Jim hasn't set up any times for next week. So that's fun. When is the 19th? Wednesday. Well, they may not. They may. It's entirely possible they're just not doing it this weekend. They're not doing it now. It's entirely possible the gyms may not actually be open, so they're waiting for Monday, and I was just like, "Here you guys go, sign up for shit." And I'm like, "Okay," but it's Wednesday, so it's probably just gonna, if I can get in on Wednesday, it's gonna be like cardio. Hello there, Vin Nguyen. I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm an adult in my own house. Well, that works. How's everything going with you? That's Skype. I need to move you down. So, the weather here in the Netherlands is quite Netherlands today. Can't really tell why everything's damp, but I'm getting no rain notifications. It's like everything's just icky and gross, which is fine for football practice because the ground's a little bit squishy and a little bit muddy and whatnot. Did I fully charge you? Yeah, charge full. There you are. Put that in a storage case. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't get back to your comment because I was figured you were going to be on here today. I mean, part of when I read it today, I was just like, did I make it out that my legs were like super bad? Or do I downplay things that are much more intense for other people so they internalize something I say is much worse than I'm actually saying it with my tonality? I was like, me, hope legs cramping again. Here we go.
Yeah, it often sounds, because you use the words you mean and the intensities you mean, people often think that things are more intense for you than they actually are. Because most people tend to play up or play down reactions.
They're expecting me to be a little bit dramatic with what I'm saying and not expecting me to be
incredibly literal.
Incredibly literal. Mm-hmm. I guess society's just hurt them. So it looks like I'm moving next month. So is this going to be in that fabled place all by yourself so you can sit in the middle of a living room with no furniture and find yourself? Or are you going to have roommates you're going to want to kill within 3 days? I need chicken. It would get like super distracting if I start doing TikToks while on the live stream. Roommates, friends' parents bought a house here as a tax thing and need people to move in to take care of it. That sounds interesting. I guess. Like, I've heard of other people doing that in their lives, and I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds really cool. My parents would have never let me do that. Of course, to be fair, at the time I was moving out, my mom owned a quadruplex, and she'd much rather tap a Section 8 rent than take the loss on me living in one of the apartments. Well, I mean, that's always the thing. People up and decide at what feels like the last minute on a major decision to just, nope. I mean, it's bad enough with like dinner or, social plans, but when it comes to like moving in, whew. It's very, very exhausting to find people when you're younger is just being what seems to be flippant about how they go through life. And I mean, yeah, they're going through their own stuff. They're going through their own problems. I get it, but it's Oh. 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 I mean, Aaron finally all tapped over to read it.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm totally torn with the whole idea that it's like, okay, well, the ultra conservative dad doesn't want his son living with a woman he's not married to. All right, that's a thing in and of itself. I have my issues with that one. Two, he's 30 fucking 3 and is moving out, or is he moving from an apartment to the house? Said woman being 42, having a lot of health problems. And you're in your mid 20s. You guys are just hitting all the decades. So the dad's concerned that his son is not responsible enough or whatever to live with a woman 9 years his senior that he's not married to. So my friend's name is Anthony. He was living in another town and a bunch of other dudes in a house for a couple of years. And that situation dried up and died. Okay.
Situation dried up and died, not person. Okay.
Yeah. Someone wanted to talk to me on Instagram Direct, and I didn't realize it because I'd gotten like 4 or 5 messages at the same time of, you want to look at my links in whatever random language they decided I was going to speak that message. So yeah. But I finally got back to them like a week later, and much like many Americans, they're not understanding that I'm not in the States. He moved in with a woman, Danielle, and they've been sharing a motel room for several months now, looking for with the woman. So it's okay to share a motel room, but not a house.
So
I was going to read something. I'm sorry, I didn't read
go
that.
ahead and read it.
Okay. Although his parents don't want him smoking or drinking or smoking pot, all of which he does and doesn't want them to find out. They also know he's. Oh, they also don't know he's living. Do you have advice for this, Aaron? Because it sounds like.
The advice that I have relates more to the fact that, Zachary, please bear in mind that you're talking on a channel that is public, and that if someone doesn't want someone getting out, telling other people about it is not a great way to protect that privacy.
Not something that dawned on me, but all right. That's it still feels like it seems odd to be in your 30s, and so I mean it's probably the house is his dad's, so he has to basically go back underneath his roof. But it's just There's Gabriel. I kind of I'm kind of going to get a mild offended by that one, that I'm not nearly as popular for people to just randomly find this sort of thing, and you think it's a safe place to come and tell your dirty little secrets. I mean, I'm not denying it. Who the fuck's going to say it? But it's one of those things. Yes. Remember, he's a paladin. Hello, sweetie. Is that homegirl?
Hello, sweetie. That could be
You see her face, don't you? Red curls.
River Song.
River Song.
I had too many names in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's the River Song. It's from Doctor Who. Not necessarily. The only thing I'm going to say here is that after spending a lot of time dealing with the internet as an adult, as the internet grew up around me, as I grew up around it, you don't realize what you don't have control over. It's a double negative, and you're like, duh, no. Like, it's the perfect thing that's kicking the butt of the congressmen on both, all over the United States. Like, all of them. They're just like old and they did stuff. But the thing is unlike when I was a kid, I didn't video record everything. they were in Congress in like the 80s, and we had C-SPAN still, and that stuff is recorded for posterity stuff. So yeah, we can see and we can tabulate all their votes, and records have been kept for the last 40 years, and now, yeah. Could always change my name. Okie dokie. There's so many other identifiers for you than just your display name. Because like I cannot tell you how many times I've actually changed my name on Instagram, because I was Dashric _24. Then I hated the fact that I had underscore. Then I was Dashric 24. And then I changed it to Dashric 59. And then I didn't know what I was going to do for a while, so I just changed it to Dashric. And then now I'm Dashric 44, and I can't remember if this is an underscore or not. But I've always used the same login. So your display name doesn't mean much. Did you order macaroni and we're just going to pray?
I was gonna wait. Oh, it's 6:30.
Yeah.
I was gonna wait till about now.
Ah. So I'm going to my football team practices, come back tomorrow. I'm so excited. Yay! I've seen a couple other people like running through my, okay. Couple things here. I just got a comment on one of my Football 101 videos just 2 hours ago. And the person says that they're going into high school because, thanks man, I'm going into high school because of this whole COVID thing. I haven't been able to play in 2 years. Understandable. I will respond to this comment on Thursday stuff. But yeah, it was like, oh, it's the gaps in the holes, and he had no idea about the terminology and what to do. It had been so long, and I'm like, yeah. That's just what it is. And I'm like, that's kind of why it's there. It's just supposed to be the 101. You need to know how to do something. It's in, they're inherently short videos. I tried not to let my autisty get way out the thing. So yeah. But apparently, yeah, I've seen other people are getting stuck, or they're going back. Like one of my footwork videos actually got a comment. So if the 101 is getting seen and the footwork drill is getting seen, and commented on, I can't imagine what is in the process of being found. An analytics update after 2 days. So, I mean, there's real-time views, but me. And I feel you, Zach, but Aaron is not 100% wrong. He's a little over the top, but he's not wrong. He kind of dips his head to the side. He's a little over the top, but real time, 48 hours. It's not showing just like 1,100 views. It's not anything been crazy for the last 7 days. I mean, there was one. Apparently, I don't know why one of my YouTube shorts went crazy. I was literally just holding the phone while I was riding the bike through Transvaal. Yeah, but that's the thing is like, I forgot that like May and June are the start of American football season in the States. Like they start talking about it and getting ready to go for like summer stuff. And now that the States is mostly vaccinated, at least you know what I mean? They're probably going to start up like preseason football stuff, like do the whole like wear some pads, do some two-hand touch flag championships, go on a summer break, come back, and so they may be issued gear over the summer or something. So I forgot that's happening because it didn't happen last year.
You want the spaghetti?
Yes. But yeah, with that, just with the whole thing, it's hello, K Real. With the idea of just that sort of like he's 33 and still under a large thumb of his parents, even moving into an external property. It's just someone's got a chokehold on their child. Like he has, like the fact that he's hiding the fact that where he's staying right now. I'm like, oh, this is testy stuff. It's a hoodie. I've had it forever. It's nice, but it's super big on me. Like, this thing is just gigantic. It wasn't intended to ever be form-fitting to begin with. This is my ocean current one. Yeah. Whatever. I think it's an X large or something like that. It was intended when I was getting things to be kind of baggy so that during the winter I could, or not the winter, but like the spring, I could keep body heat in. I know the rules. Like I said, if I moved into my parents' quadruplex at the time.
Sorry.
But yeah, I know the situation, but that's still the thing, is that it's that. It's that they are still treating him like he is 16 at the age of 33, despite anything else he's achieved. Like, I don't know his job status or career status or anything like that. But I'm saying, like, my parents were not locked up in a home and I had to go back and live with them for a reason. It would have been, it would not be the same as when I was 17. It wouldn't. Because, me's a smart and I can like rationalize things with my parents. But yeah, I had Buito Loco. I think that. But burping because of water. Yeah. I figured that was what it meant. I was like, Muito Loco. Well, in the one romance language that I know, it's mucho loco. I'm like, okay, that's probably what that means. Yep, that's what it means. It's crazy, man. Yeah. They're also trying to turn a loft into a bedroom and rent it out for $500. And they don't even want to build the walls. They want to put those sliding glass pocket door type things. Like on shower curtain things? Like shower doors? Where they slide past each other? Or You gotta remember, the United States has crazy furniture stuff. They do the weirdest things sometimes. Meanwhile, my windows are doors. What happened?
So Macaroni is no longer on Touch Resort. They're on their own website.
Oh.
And one of the fields I have to fill out for address is Wohnplatz.
Mm-hmm.
Translation is residence. It's a text field.
That would be your street, I think.
I figured the street would be under either address or,
Wohnplatz is probably utilized as a Wohnplatz betekenis. It's just like your city, I guess.
Oh, Platz, right. Platzmann is not residence, it's city of residence.
I mean, unless it's, Stadt is actually a thing in and of itself.
It's not.
Ja. Is in het dagelijkse spraakgebruik een relatief dichtbevolking. Okay, so ja. Buurschap, buurt, buurschap, dorp, gehucht, vlek, stad. De grootste woonplaatsen. Yes. Basically, woonplaatsen is just their word for what is your census designated area? I live in bumfuck Amsterdam. Yeah, there is.
No part of Amsterdam is BFA.
How many places deliver here?
Lots.
How many places that we eat deliver here?
Several. How many places delivered to our old place?
Way more.
Yeah.
Way more. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by the sliding glass pocket door type things. Sounds like you're just punching in nouns. I posted a link in my last message. Did it not send? There is no link in there. The middle linebacker does dos. Oh,
I got you.
no, I got it. I can do it. I have it open constantly.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually know that. It just comes across as the whole thing. I was like, which word is which? Let's take out all this stuff. Oh, that's the word for hurricane. Okay. I didn't know that was the word for hurricane. I am not pronouncing it. An O with a tilde over it.
No idea.
Dê melhor linebacker dos furacões de Hilversum.
Hui, furachui. I'm sticking to Dutch. Giant opaque glass shower door. I want those for the walls of the room. Okay, it's just a divider. Rooms are subjective. I mean, Certainly comes when you get slightly smaller apartments or European apartments. What exactly is your kitchen? I usually think that a room is when the ceiling breaks, which would mean that we have the toilet, the shower, 2 bedrooms, the hallway, and the living room, because it goes straight over to the kitchen. But technically, this is supposed to be 3 rooms: the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, Gabriel. In order to be the best, um, you gotta, show up to practice and work on your craft every day. And I do. Trying to see if we can get one of the new guys over to be a linebacker. Not necessarily sure about Ronald. He really wants to play defensive end, and I'm not going to deny him that one. But also looking, Mom thinks they should only charge $300 for the space if there isn't a door to lock. Towing makes it sound like they're not willing to lower the price. Kind of losing me here because I don't know the layout of the house. I don't know what is what. I had forgotten who Tony was because Aaron and his privacy thing. I dumped the name out of my brain. Yeah. Like I even joked it Thursday. He was like, linemen and linebackers with Coach Ed. And I just looked at Marcus and I was like, it's really nice that you put linebackers as plural at practice. And he goes, well, we got new guys. And I'm like, or is that a fat joke? I'm big enough to be 2 linebackers. And he just like turned away and like walked towards the offense at that point. I'm like, oh, it's a fat joke. The dude, the furry was a CPA, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah. So the living room is 2 stories, okay, and has a loft part of it, which you can see into from the front door. So very little privacy, really. Okay. They had an apartment like that I actually was looking at before we moved in here. That was loft style. It was at the end of a building, so I think it was a little out of our price range, and it was a bit awkward because the stairs were spiral and Amsterdam stairs, and I don't need Aaron going from the bedroom down a spiral staircase to get to the bathroom in the morning.
Yeah, no.
Even though it was nice and well lit, there was windows on 3 sides. They went up like 15 meters. It felt like it was huge. I mean, the internal volume was huge because it was 2 stories, but it was just like, I think I showed you that one. Like the kitchen was underneath the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. I would have died in that place.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did show you that one. But yeah, it was. is the G. Are the Hurricanes a good team in the league? Yeah. I mean, so I got here in 2018, and that season, the 2018 season, they had won the National Cup. And then once they won the National Cup, a lot of the older guys that had been with the team and had churned things together and made a very successful national championship team were like, okay, I'm going to retire. Like that's just the thing in semi-pro. So yes, we do. So they retired and we started getting a new flesh of people. 2019 came around. Things were going really good, but one of our receivers broke his collarbone. He was out for most of the season. I broke my collarbone. I was out for most of the season. We had some people coming in, but not coming to practices. We all know how club sports are going. And we made it up to the game that decided the final or the playoff run, and we did not win that game. Kevin wound up making it back for that game, but that was the end of the for that season. And then we had practices start back up, and things were going like super good, and I had fully healed, and then 2020 hit. It kind of ripped apart our season, but we were actually doing really good for what we had. So we do have a good synergy within the team going, but we've had lockdowns and Corona and all that stuff. So I'm thinking 2022 is going to be a pretty decent run for the Hurricanes. But we are in the top level. My recent TikTok explains that. And then the vlog coming out tomorrow explains how hard it was to edit that damn TikTok. So we're just praying for macaroni. I'm trying to figure out why, like, some places. Well, I know. So macaroni got off Tauschbesort, but they have their own site. I wonder if they were actually having issues with the Tauschbesort website. Is why they maybe took a while to get here. We'll have to see.
Yeah, and it's possible. I mean, it's a different service they're going through.
So it's not like their own website. They have like.
It's one of those embedded, like Tauschbesort does.
Oh yeah.
But it's from.
It's not Deliveroo or Uber Eats or anything. I found it weird that like Tomatillo was on Uber Eats for a while, and they moved over to
Side Dish.
You
make the food, we do the technology.
That's understandable, but like they moved over to exclusive to Deliveroo, and I wonder if it's because they got like a discount or something for being on the service and being exclusive to Deliveroo or something like that.
I think they do.
Yeah. Get into some online class to get a certification, but I really don't want to. Did you watch that Alan Watts thing? I know it's a long, torturous video of one person talking.
Did you intend vanity there?
Yeah.
Okay. He is currently interacting with a long, torturous video of one person talking.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were misusing the word irony as for sarcasm.
No.
Oh.
No, I meant literal. Literary irony.
Oh. No, I sent him the Alan Watts thing about, don't live other people's life job thing of your life. Like I'm so in with like a lot of the Brits and some of the more English prolific Dutch and Germans on TikTok that are just like they're scouring the whole of TikTok to find stupid Americans to stitch their stuff and been like, is America okay? Do you guys have an education system anymore? Because that has been patently wrong for 50 years. Like, and it's just like, I still love like poking fun at people that just like, what language does Belgium speak? Some sparkling tea. I actually didn't have anything to drink, and then I realized I should probably get something like sparkly-ish to drink, but not caffeinated. So I ran from the register over to the thing, and it was just like I didn't see a big one of these, and I was like, I just saw the big one of that. I'm like, that is a lot of sugar to be in 1.5 liters. So I grabbed 2 small cans. It's just. What language do Belgians speak? Depends on where you live. Belgian? No, there is no Belgian language. Well, there might be, but. Whatever the fuck them rich bitches want. What language does Luxembourg speak?
Whatever they want, they're rich.
Whatever they want, they're rich. And they can speak German, they can speak French, they can speak Dutch, they can speak Luxembourgese, they can speak English for all I care. It's just.
Still love that. All right, so we need to put this product out in Benelux. So Belgium and the Netherlands. Me. What about Luxembourg? Luxembourg?
Yeah. Let's do Burgish. Burgish. Yeah, like they can speak whatever the hell they want. Luxembourgian and not make it sound awkward? Yeah, by calling them Luxembourgian. Like, that's just flat out what it. You know, like I said, they're rich. They can speak whatever they want. Funky. I had no nails, so I couldn't pull the can popper top up. Still love freaking Americans though, and they're just like, "What sort of food do you eat in the Netherlands?" I was like, "Mashed potatoes and sauerkraut." Dude, it's delicious. I have to figure
Luxembourgeois.
Luxembourgeois. Yeah, they're actually called New Zealanders. Like my therapist is from there. It's not New Zealandarian. New Zealanders. Yeah. But they don't really like that term because it's weird. They literally also call themselves Kiwis. I mean, you never need to. Why do you need to call them with permission?
Not all of them like it. Again, going over the top.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of the linemen from Lelystad is getting a giant tattoo on his chest shoulder area. It's like a dragon crawling over his shoulder. I'm like, oh, you are not going to football practice anytime soon. That's all.
It'll be fun.
No,
He's
he's pretty smart. Ish. I mean, that's kind of true. Kind of not. New Zealand is a continent, like a subcontinent. It's in Oceania, but like it's Zealandia is what it's called. It's the fact that New Zealand is just the top of a much lower landmass, but there's like river valleys and stuff that they've detected underneath. I mean, they're slightly worn away, but they definitely can tell that there's foldings and that New Zealand is just the tippy top of the mountains. They're thinking that it moved away and sank, or it was actually a much larger landmass when the oceans had receded due to the poles. McDonald's around here sells some interesting limited time deals. Certainly doesn't top the free King Dell. That's always fun. Is that always on the menu?
I think so.
The free King Dell?
Yeah.
Not free Kindle books.
Ken, not kin.
I'm trying to actually look for the Burger King thing, so I need to put the word king in it. Oh, I put it as FRI, not FREA.
It's free king, not free king.
But yeah,
also free king.
yeah, Burger King mocked and frikandel special. God, you guys, it's just. But yeah, it's still, even on TikTok, the Dutch just love being called weird in respects to Germans. And they love the fact that there's somebody in this country that's eaten the most mayonnaise in the entire human population. They just love it. I'm still getting notifications. But like McDonald's in the Netherlands is cookie accept here. Where's your menu? Oh, it's in the drop-down menu. Rundvlees is probably. Yeah, they have the McCroquette. Is something that's special. Anything in their chicken menu? Kip. No, I actually don't eat that much because I haven't been here that long. Yeah, they don't have much in the chicken menu, and their fish menu is a filet-o-fish.
Is that the entirety of their fish menu?
Yes. But their sides is where they shine, I think. Kleine Franse frietjes medium, Franse frietjes groot, side salad. Oh, and a balsamic dressing. That's maybe it's not on there. It should be on their side. No, I haven't. No, that's Burger King that has the cheesy roll dot thing. Yeah. McCafe, desserts, Kaudranken, Sausen, McCafe, Ontbijt. Yeah, okay. McDonald's is actually kind of bland here. It's Burger King that has like all the amazing things. Like the chili cheeseburger thing. Burger King, Punta. The plant-based long chicken. What the fuck you can't with these guys? Eric's face palming over there. The chili cheese lover chicken. The chili cheese lover double and the chili cheese lover. King Finder. Werken by BK. Yeah, see, you worked there wrong. I worked at Taco Bell and couldn't get enough of their stuff. I love it so much because I figured out how they made it. Golden cheese fingers. Yeah, their freaking Del burger is just on the menu all the time. They sell the triple whopper here. I wonder if anybody ever buys the triple whopper.
Americans.
They probably would do. Extra long chili cheese. The chili cheese lover chicken. The long chicken.
I wish it had a better name. Because I love long chicken.
Fish King. Plant-based whopper. Plant-based nuggets. Christ. Plant-based long chicken is just the worst. Loaded fries. That's nice. I love that. That's with their chili cheese collection. But yeah, like what turned you off of eating there by working at it?
Ja, kannst du mir ein Eis bringen, bitte? Ja. Danke.
It's the general, the British guy that has a girlfriend who's German. He just does all the awkward stuff that he's like freaking out in the car, and his girlfriend's driving like 300 kilometers an hour in the car, like about passing out on the Autobahn. Just that acting stuff. Me thinking I understand German. Hey, hon, can you go get me some ice? Yeah, sure. Danke. He comes back with a block of ice, and she meant ice cream. Like that's the same thing in Dutch. I mean, to be fair, it's more called like an Isius and stuff, but still.
Here is my flat
The sanitation office things had to be done in lieu of perpetually cleaning staff. That's it? That's what turned you off of eating Burger King? Was the sanitation? Wow. Like it wasn't that big a deal. And like we were the most northeast Taco Bell in Vancouver. They did not have one way out in Battleground, and a lot of people came like off the freeway and came right by our place because, like I said, it was at a weird nexus of two main roads that went out north and east of. But there was a lot of people that lived out in suburbia beyond that point. So we were like the last Taco Bell before miles of suburbia. And so the dinner rush sometimes was real bad. And yeah, things didn't get spick and span. It was like I could do $2,000 in like 3-hour shift at dinner, like 5 to 8. Like no problem. There was a couple times they had to like switch out my till because there was a maximum dollar amount that they allowed. I had to get the little like the $20 the bucket thing for like 20s that was like only a manager could open up, and it was a steel box. Yeah, that was fun. Chris, I can't push any more 20s in. Could the fucking ATMs put any more? Could any other bill? Not to mention, we were literally sharing a parking lot with a bank. So, yeah. You know, no, you don't know Orchard's Taco Bell that well, but yeah. Because, like, you know, Taco Bell drive-thrus went around the building. As you left the window and went around the building, there was the Arbavita hedge. On the other side of that was the drive-thru for US Bank. So like the bank and the Taco Bell drive-thrus came out on the other side of this weird Arbavita hedge. There was a couple of close calls, but nobody was speeding out of it, thankfully. Too chaotic for me. Bowen alarm tells me that there'll be showers starting at football practice. Yeah, well, you're only here for 2 days. That's why you're there. Yeah, it's also not that big of a problem here, but again, it's I mean, you're getting fast food. It's not, and to be fair, sometimes Aaron and I have ordered something very simple and we're like the only people at the Burger King. It still takes forever. I've gone to my therapy and I've been a half an hour early, and it's like I'm starting to work on it better, but I used to get there at like 1:50 and be ready to buzz, but she moved it to 2:30 because of the Corona outbreak, and she needed half an hour in between appointments. And I hadn't grokked that one yet. So I was arriving at 1:50 and I was like, shit. So I'd walk up to the McDonald's and get a small fry and a coffee. Sometimes there were 3 people in McDonald's. Sometimes I was the only person in that McDonald's waiting for something. I would be 6 minutes minimum waiting on my order. I'm like, it is small fries and coffee. What are you doing? Roasting the beans back there? This is McDonald's. They don't even do that shit at Starbucks. I mean, I momentarily went back to Taco Bell from like later. I technically worked at 3 different stores, so actually Orchards, Van Mall. I needed to take a break from Orchards, and then my manager had moved, so he picked me up at Vancouver Mall Taco Bell. And then since I had such experience at the other Taco Bells, I tried to work at Jansen Beach for a little while, but that was beyond. That was beyond. Like it was. It's okay, Theo. Can you close the door? Can you close the store? I'm not a manager. Oh yeah. Well, the door will lock on your way out. You want me to do everything? Yeah. Well, the dining room's open till 11, and the drive-through. Unlike the biggest mall in North Portland, right next to the freeway. Really? Yeah. One of the only times I faked a meltdown. I just over dramatized it and said, bye. I couldn't handle it. I think they officially actually fired me from that job. Worst job you ever had? Mickey Reynolds. Good luck. Yeah. It's just cardio stuff. If you watch Sunday and Thursday's video, Monday and Friday's video, to make practices are on the, I basically talk about what it is. I'm probably gonna stop being so repetitive on Sundays about it and talk more about the things that do change, because it's pretty much tire flips, ladders, step overs, stretching. It's mainly just cardio stuff, and until the regulations go away, we can't really do the football stuff. The younger guys can. The little babies on the team can do that stuff. They can get like football stuff going on with like pads on and stuff, but not us big boys. Worst. I'm still trying to think about the worst job I ever had. I feel like I need like qualification. What defines worst? Because they all were bad in their own aspects. Okay, except for Orchard Taco Bell. Technically, except for my first job. That was actually pretty cushy. I was the one that had an emotional breakdown and tried to commit suicide. And that's why I had to take a break, because I was in the hospital for a couple weeks. The hospital. It's another like most unpleasant. It wasn't really a problem of me having unpleasant jobs. It was the fact that jobs found me unpleasant, in that weird, like I wasn't being a complete, dick to everybody, but I just didn't fit in with the crowd. So they, like, there was Toys R Us. That was fun. 3 different Taco Bells. Tried to work a security job, but that didn't even get off the ground. had a pick and sort, pick and pack sort of job in a warehouse for shipping. I actually really liked doing that job. It was super neurotic and super like ADD and run around and grab things and count them up and make sure that they were vacuum sealed and do all this stuff. But like I had fun doing the job. The guy, it felt like it was a dead end job, or it was. I was doomed to just not work there. Target I liked, but again, you remember that one. Like that was like I made one simple mistake and they booted me out the door. But I liked working at Target also. Morning shift. I unpacked the truck as it came in and then stocked the shelves. And then I worked at Panasonic for a while through a temp agency. That was fairly okay until I had a royal meltdown and threw a 45-inch plasma at somebody. Just whole ass hulked it up and smashed it over his head. Almost got the cops calling me on that one.
Surprised you didn't.
Yeah, no, he was one of those death metal masochists. He actually thought it was quite arousing. So he didn't file charges. But yeah, but I didn't mind working at Panasonic. Just I had a meltdown that went catastrophically wrong. You know, holy shit, they're 15 minutes early. And then we had, what was it? Target, the shipping company, Panasonic, and then after that, after the Panasonic thing, the temp agency was having difficulty finding jobs for me.
Is this enough? Just hang up.
Yeah. What did they do to me? They were standing across from me. They told me to calm down. Was it a 45? 40-inch plasma, sorry. What was that other job? I mean, I worked for the school district for a while. That was like nearing the end of, I was a substitute with special ed kids for a while. That was not an unpleasant job, other than the fact that I had to decline a lot of jobs because Vancouver has no transit system, and they wanted to call me at like 5 in the morning and have me get out to a school, or like, hey, can you be at this job site by like 8 o'clock in the morning? I was like, homegirl, it is 7:25 and I need to take the bus to get out to that school for the next 93 minutes. Oh, so is that a no? I'll be there late. Yeah, you can't really be late on this. Like, then I'm declining the job. Brody Atwater is here. Hello. I have a fork over here, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
So I figured nobody like answered on the video of the news, because I was like kind of ruminating about about getting a new helmet. You love football, but you don't play it, only lacrosse and hockey. Well, ice hockey, right? I'm taking a wild guess. Ice hockey. North Americans love to use hockey in place of ice hockey. That's not so much around here in Europe. Okay, maybe in Finland, but Finns are crazy. But anyways, yeah, because when I came here and everyone's like, yeah, everyone's really into playing hockey. And I'm like, really? You guys don't have that many ice rinks around here. And they're like, hockey, not ice hockey. I'm like, oh, you mean field hockey? They're like, no, it's just hockey. Okay, yeah. But yeah, like that's the Dutch second sport. They love football, soccer, and then hockey. Yeah. But yeah, like the fact that you're playing ice hockey and lacrosse, you're already getting your physicality, and you don't really, I mean, you probably could help a little bit more, you know, because lacrosse could be the spring sport, hockey is the winter sport, and football is the fall sport. And you could just spend round the clock beating the living crap out of people. Round the calendar, not round the clock.
Round the clock if you want.
Around the clock if you want, but that's a bit weird. But so part of the thing that I was thinking about getting, like not anytime soon, is a new helmet because one, over the years, this thing has stripped off. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's I spent on the train into we spent time on the train going to practice on Thursday, actually picking all this stuff off in here just so that I could, because I was noticing when I was trying to do TikToks about football gear and when I was actually suiting up for the most recent video is that I did that I was having issues getting the football helmet on, and I was like, why? What's going on here? Ugh. And it was because the black stuff on the outside was cracking apart and getting gummed up in the stuff. So, I mean, it's not that my helmet is in bad shape, but it's just like, I realized that like, this thing was, I got this thing 4 years ago, and a helmet has got a lifespan of about 10 years. Maybe. What is its Nosuke certification at? Manufactured, certifies, meets Nosuke standards. Yep. Do you have your ton? Anyways. Played flag football for 4 years. Yeah, Willie always found it fun to have me go out and work with some of his friends with flag football because Willie was a receiver and a running back, so he was really good at flag football, but I was a defensive guy playing linebacker. Yes, lacrosse is more tiring than football. You got to run. Like, you know, like it's like soccer. You're just sort of like constantly moving around the field. You have roughly the same positions. It's not start, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. Football is rushy. Like even with hockey, you've got, you know, you're kind of constantly moving. And if you're defense, you're in certain areas. If you're middies, you're in that area and all that stuff. And unlike basketball, where everybody kind of goes around, I think. We take 2 laps when we don't listen. Yeah. But yeah, like, yeah, I'd seen lacrosse practice at Hare Field because Willie and I would go out there and we'd have to get kicked off because Hillsborough's lacrosse team would come out and we'd kind of watch them do their weird stuff. But yeah, with flag football, Willie came out because he'd always bring out someone who was just like, oh, this guy really only ever plays flag football, so rough him up. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like after a while, Willie was like, we know you're not supposed to be tackling people in this one, and you know that you're not supposed to be tackling, but this person needs to get their shit together and you can just claim that, you know, I play a lot of regular football, and sometimes I forget to pull a flag, and I just wind up throwing someone to the ground. I think those jokes those pranks he'd play on people for flag practice is how he was like, we should probably make you a linebacker. Can you skate? I mean, that's kind of a thing. Like, I'm gonna get dinner out. Here.
And the far corner from you is flattened.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Oh, the whole thing is, not just the top part. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, that's that's like the one thing I get when I it's the one thing I like when people are like, which sport should I play? And I was like, well, you can play football, you can play soccer, you can play hockey, basketball. And they're like, I want to play hockey. And I'm like, can you skate? That's kind of critical to it. No. I'm like, you should probably pick up some rollerblades. That'll help. It's so funny as I've seen the Hakolonisert comment on so many of my videos. I keep thinking that my quicksand video is titled Hakolonisert, but it's not. It's titled Quicksand. There's Mark eating bread with Cloudenboter. Gonna put some cheese on some spaghetti bolognese. Because they do that here. They say spaghetti is the pasta type. Then what sauce do you want with it? They don't just... I've already gotten a few blisters on my toes from lacrosse. That'll happen. I mean, it happens in football too, especially on the toe, the big toe, and the inside. I've had blisters on the index toe and the middle toe. I've had some in there because the big toe can stick out far enough and not rub in between, but sometimes these guys rub on each other a lot. And my pinky just sort of like, my pinky toe is just like, Only if I step wrong and my foot slides in the thing, then it's like, crack, pinky toe, like, God dang. So, but yeah, blisters happen. You just got to take care of them or lest they pop. I mean, a lot of people are like, I'm just going to pop the blister and rip the skin off. No. Not the greatest thing. I'm not sure. I'm happy that one of my videos is going viral in comparison to everything else, but it's weird. I love the Dutch in their mayonnaise. It's so funny because I sent a mail out today thinking like, oh yeah, I'll get a response back. No, if this is a business, they're probably not going to get back to me until like Monday, if at all. I mean, it's still. It reminds me of how a few weeks ago, I managed to fold all the toes on, but my big toe under my left foot while walking around, and my God, it was sore for like a week. Okay. Brody, I saw one of your videos and I saw that poster that said, sorry girls, I like dudes. Yeah. that was an actual unintentional post. So my very first suit-up video, I was actually in our bedroom at the time, and I put the camera up against the wall. And what's actually funny is a really popular comment on there is people think that that's a mirror behind me when I go running outside the double doors to go get my knee pads. They thought it was they think it's a magic trick. So, but I didn't like filming in the bedroom. It was super awkward, and I was leaning over, so I when I had a better tripod and better areas and we had a table, I put the tripod up on the table and was able to get a little higher. I completely spaced it and poster was in the background because I put it up and I didn't care about it. Nobody ever said anything because nobody watched the regular vlogs at the time to comment on it. But it was in the background of the video, so I didn't think about it at all. And then people are like, do you guys see what that poster says? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that says exactly what you think it is. That's why in the next one, the next suit-up video for the Bridge City Ballers, I actually take the camera over and I show everyone what it actually says. I have another video on TikTok going viral. TikTok. Not football season yet. I'm hoping, Daniela Palau, I'm hoping that the most recent shoot-up video will get some attention. I don't really know how to add target on that one. Like I can set up Google ads, I think. Because I know how to do Facebook ads. And I think I can do Instagram ads and make that apply to Twitter, I think. But I don't know how to do like, because I would have to take the video, post it to my athlete page, and then do that one, but it would only share it amongst Facebook. I like the green one better, actually. It sucked when I had to turn those in because, well, I was leaving the team and I could have not turned it, like Willie never turned his in. He just quit the team and never turned his jersey in. And I could have actually kept him. Like, but I was, Scout's honor, I'm going to be honest and do this. And yeah, no, it didn't work. And I tried to return him to Mark and I wound up doing it anyways. But then like a couple months later, I found out that Willie still had his jersey. And I was like, you still have this? He goes, yeah, why wouldn't I? I go, you didn't turn it in? He goes, I was lazy. But yeah. Like I said, I could put that thing, but it only shows up on Facebook, and I don't really log into Facebook as consistently as I used to. So it wasn't a mix-up in the ordering, it was a mix-up in the production. I guess my head coach went through the same company that made the green and made the white ones. Basically, just made an away uniform for that one. And the sheet said all the numbers of all the teams and all the green jerseys. And there were actually some doubles also. So it really wasn't in the ordering, but if you lump the ordering as to I put out information and received product, that whole, yeah. But it was in the production because it showed on the order form that there was like a 40 and a 24 and a 36 and something. And then we had like no 36s, 2 70s, a 26, but not a 24. We had 3 zeros when we never ordered one at all. It was a bad production and probably a rush job or something. So they got, oh, well, we have 50 jerseys, send them out. Is that QC?
QA, yeah.
QA, quality control, quality assurance. Probably someone just counted the jerseys to make sure that they were there, assuming their product or their machine was correct.
Not always a safe assumption.
It probably came through and the person just passed, it was the end of the day. And there's like, well, I've run a bunch of stuff this day. So they took several washings. if I remember correctly. The green ones I had put in a part of the bag and I forgot about them. They actually were, I wound up actually selling them to a teammate in my next team, and they weren't stinky, but I had to wash them several times and leave them to hang dry multiple times just to get that out. And no, I do not have those green ones. I sold them to someone for $10. I usually don't hold on to a lot of gear. If I am not going to use it anymore and they are still functionally useful, I will try to find someone to use them. Like these shoulder pads down here. If Ronald wants to stick with the team and he really wants to play and he fits those, he's a little smaller than me, but they're also skill pads. So if he's going to be a lineman, he should probably have some bulkier pads. But it all depends. Like I have skill adult small shoulders pads down here that I could sell or give to a teammate or something. That doesn't necessarily mean you can't sit and learn. Yes, we're talking in an advanced level, but I'll tell you this much. In 2012, Aaron knew positions and what NFL stood for.
Didn't even really know positions.
He didn't really know positions, but like media was so popular with saying quarterback, he knew that that was a football position. But if I'd have told him strong safety, he'd have not even like. You mean like something that catches a break for like an elevator? It's just like the that's what he would have thought. Now he's probably like, yeah, that's a position. But he's never actually sat down and studied. He's just sat and listened. He's watched the game. He's listened to me chat about it to other people or to him just because I need to get blah out of my brain. You can't wear athletic socks? What in the hell? I'll be right back. Make sure we're talking about the same thing. Talking about socks like this, right? That have like padding on the heel, padding around the ankle, and they're like super thick for the like there's extra padding right there, which is supposed to go exactly underneath the pad for your big toe. You're talking about these socks, right? Oh, you can't because you have team socks? So, all right. The trick there is to double sock. If you're worried about blisters, which I am definitely because my cleats are old. It's another reason why I kind of want to get some new ones. They're still holding up together for practices, but I can tell they're getting old. Just double sock. If anything, get the tiny little like ankle socks that are basically a small thin piece of fabric that only go up to your ankles, and then put your team socks over that. That extra double layer of fabric will provide a little bit of slipperiness so that you don't get blisters. Yeah, I have team socks. Yes, I have team socks for the Hurricanes because I thought I needed them. Then I got a lot of blisters because they're like size 8 through 12 in American standards. I was like, okay, so I'm on the large size, or they're 8 to 14 or something like that in size. So it's like, great, I'm right in the middle. So these socks don't hug to my feet, but they're also like super thick, so they suck. So I double socked them once, and that helped. Yeah, they match my sweater. But they were actually intended to match the original, the Cobra's uniform. If you notice the stars and stripes. But that was, yeah, with tall athletic socks, those are great. I have some. They're like, they're huge. The camera won't ever do it justice unless I walk over to the television. Like, I could put them on and they roll halfway up my thigh. They are stockings. But they're super loose. But the only requirement we have is to wear those is in our blue uniform, our home uniform. And the only requirement is that you must have white socks up to the ankle, and if you want anything above that, it must be blue. So those socks are white around the foot, and then they're blue the rest of the way up. I happen to have white socks, and I can take my leggings all the way down and bring them right around my ankle. So it's white and then blue. It works. Nobody's really complained. How's football? It's exhausting. Lower back starting to feel stuff, but hopefully with easing back into things like is going now with this, it will get better over time. But sitting in a chair for a long time playing Subnautica or World of Warcraft or laying on the bed because it was cold out, yeah. West Genesee School District, Camillus, New York. Eh? Literally just dumped garlic butter in the rest of the bread. Lap. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing what you guys are having. So, Wildcats. I mean, they're tall team socks, but they're not like, man, I see what you're talking about. But yeah, like if you go on my Instagram, a couple of 20 pictures back, at that point, I'll bring it up actually. I was actually wearing our team socks in this photo. Down there, they're dark blue, and then I don't know how that fits in, but you can see at the top of, I mean, those are, oh, hello, tags. I mean, those are the same cleats that I'm wearing to practice right now. They've gotten a lot of love out of them, and I paid a wonderful $35 for them. But yeah, they're like blue all the way down to the very top, and then they're white. And it's like, because I was thinking that the yellow would match with the yellow and stuff. And since that was a preseason game, they didn't really count, but they wanted to have a super matching thing when we went down to France. So I wanted to buy the team socks and then realized, no. How old are those cleats? Well, I bought both the black and the white ones at the same time. So I paid, and I had Willie go in and fetch them from the store. Oh my goodness. I wasn't doing gear reviews at the time when I got them, so I don't know if I have a video about them. I literally have 3 YouTube tabs open because I keep forgetting that there's a YouTube tab open. And I just type in YouTube on a new tab. Let's try cleats. These cleats are made for working. The gayest cleats ever. New cleats 29. Oh, Christ. We found rainbow cleats, I think. Or something like that. They're old. THPRD? No. Because I got them and like Willie and I went and tried them out at THPRD at the let's try 2015 show all. This when Willie and I were going out. Let's try 2016. This is gonna be a while to search my whole channel for this, but it was sunny, so that's not gonna be a problem because I know about when that happened. I was wearing like a tank top at the time. But like these white cleats are in the super prime category in case I found one of those gear guys that's into certain things. I had black cleats. Maybe they're from 2017. Because I had a tank top, so it was obviously summer. They are at most 5 years old. At most. Because there's no reason in 2014 that I would have even been around Willie much. I don't think 2015 I was even doing that. But like I said, I wasn't doing gear reviews at the time. I hadn't even really, I think I posted the one suit up video. No. And they've changed continents. My black one's actually just flat out broke. They have like part of the. Right in my fucking helmet. Where the hell did you guys go? Oh, so, numerous problems I've had. So if you guys can bring the camera back up, I can see myself. Okay. So, first of all, this thing just sheared off over time. Like, it's not even like that, it, you know, because they're black and they're somewhat removable. This thing just sheared all the way down. Same thing with this side. They just ground all the way down. I'm not sure why though, but the issue with the black ones, with this foot, yeah, there it is. This part's starting to come up right in there. And I basically, I step in a small puddle and my foot's soaking wet. They're technically good, but they're, when Nike, like, because I can see, I'm not sure how the resolution on this one, it's starting to split all down through here. Maybe that's clearer, but yeah. And like the plate's coming off a little bit. I used the black ones more than I used the white ones. So that's why they have more wear and tear on them. But I mean, technically, they're still good. But my white ones are on their way out. And that will only leave me with my blue ones that I want to save for home games. But I can use the white ones for now in practices or cardio training to, you know, wear them out. At the dirt cheap anything else before I get like other cleats. I can get other used cleats that are still in good condition that are useful without going out and buying nice new brand spanking Addy Zero cleats. It's a pain in the butt to actually find the real football cleats here because I've actually looked at Amazon.com and I find Addy Zero or Adidas.com and then so, do you want the USA or the Netherlands? USA. And it takes me to the USA site. And I type Addy Zero football cleats. And they're like, oh yeah, here we go. And it's got all those little ones up front. if I click the Netherlands and I type Adizero football cleats, they give me the soccer ones, and there's barely any teeth on the front of it. I'm like, even if I search up Adizero American football cleats, they still send me to soccer. But yeah, the white ones need to be probably replaced soon. I may be watching to see what comes out for the football season coming up in fall, in case Nike or Adidas wants to release a nice brand spanking new, because it will be the next. So the stuff that I saw this season will go down in price. I don't know why I put that one in quotes, but that's what happened, because there'll be last year's model. Whoa. Jeez. But another one I was thinking about getting is a new helmet. And I was describing that one. And then Brody and I got into a conversation, which was real fun. So I kind of put that on delay. There's nothing structurally wrong with the helmet. The helmet is, but it has been through, well, you can start to see places like this and starting to chip through 2 layers of paint to the original gray that it was. Other pieces are chipping off. But the band here is the stuff is stripping off. It's still tensile. It still has tensile strength to lap in, but it's because like I've technically only ever bought one football helmet. It was fun. It's because I was the one from the team, and that was the one that I had in for the pit bulls, both that. And then with my entrance fee or something, I got a helmet for the Bridge City Ballers, but it was like super craptastic and like that stupid thick pad that like you got a small bump and you just had a forehead bruise for days. Ugh. That kind of helmet. I'm like, oh, okay. So as I brought up in the Thursday's video, Friday for you guys, I was thinking about getting new football helmet. Like I was saying before, this is not I'm going to be doing this in the next like week or so. First of all, I need to even see if Zenith will ship something out here. Oh, you should get a shot. Yeah, no, I could. I mean, it's just like with the shoulder pads. If I'm going to pick my shoulder pads, I have any brand I want. But I like Zenith. Like a Zenith Shadow. Yeah, that's fun. It's also got a very specific face mask on it that looks super dope. Because if I'm going to spend, $400 fucking on something, I'm going to make it look fucking awesome. The issue is I need to talk to like Rogier, who runs he has all of our stickers and stuff. So I'll be like, okay, so I need a white face mask and a royal blue helmet, and just show him like the thing on my phone. But he works in healthcare. He works in a nursing home, so he's not. Yeah, and he's probably already vaccinated because of where he works and whatnot. But he's not coming to practice and worrying about transmitting things back to the residents. We have several guys that work there. There's Matt Riley. So, I mean, it's understandable still. Like, barely anybody's vaccinated around here. So, like the healthcare workers are. But if you're young and a healthcare worker, are you vaccinated? I don't know. I didn't even ask Hack if he's been vaccinated yet. He probably would have brought it up because we were talking about that sort of stuff. I'm still like super interested in watching that Mitchell the Router film. I so want to watch it. Just to see a big screen portrayal of the raid on Medway. Hack, he's like, oh no, we need to take the flagship. We took the whole thing. I'm like, not quite what I read, but all right. You know, the Dutch invented the Marines because they basically pulled up into the port, they jumped out in the water, they swam as much underwater as possible, came up around the boats, climbed up, lit the boats on fire, and ran and swam away. I was like, oh, great. The British are like, what the hell just happened? Yeah. I have been like actively not interested on TikTok and saying mute this person for a while if someone is blabbing about their vaccinations. Now I'm like, oh great, I'm not going to be seeing any Canadians for a while because they're starting to roll out vaccinations there. The second vaccine wipes you out because, you know, if you haven't already had corona. If you did, the first one wipes you out. But as I've been talking to the guys on the team, it's pointless to try to confirm with my doctor whether or not I had corona or not back in November. I mean, I'm pretty, like, signs point to yes because of the stickler of no taste, no smell. Yeah, but so it's entirely possible that my first vaccine will again wipe me out because it's your second dosage. But yeah, there's apparently people that were in the States that are like, oh, I got my second vaccine. I didn't get wiped out at all. I don't know why these people feel so bad. I'm just like, and I don't get it. And I understand I pay a lot more attention to the United States because they speak English. But this isn't the thing that I see in Australians or British. They don't have this, like, it's not affecting me. Why does it affect anybody else? That the Americans are super known for. No. You gotta listen. If you had corona, the first one wipes you out. If you didn't, the second one wipes you out because if you had corona and you were affected by it in a meaningful fashion, not just a asymptomatic carrier sort of thing, then your immune system's already geared up, ready to fight it. So the first dose counts as your second vaccination. That's why, like, most everybody on my team says, don't worry about getting tested, because if I get tested and for like the one that says you have antibodies for it or something, then I only need to get one shot, at least according to the Netherlands. I'm like, I'm probably got all my antibodies are going to be dead by the time I get my vaccination anyways. I think my vaccination is going to be next year's vaccination anyways. And we're already heading into the season where things are going to be opening back up and the Dutch are going to be kicking the doors in on everything because it's going to be nice weather. I actually responded to a TikTok of someone like, I just got in, they're in the gay community and they're just getting into TikTok and only had like 5 followers. And they're just like, so I've been browsing around on gay TikTok for like 4 hours now. And I'm starting to feel really bad that I drink coffee and not iced coffee from a major chain. And I'm like, yeah, kind of feel a little ostracized for drinking real coffee. I wrote like several comments on his post, like, bro, I'm here for you. You just wander into a wrong side of TikTok and suddenly question the very basis of your being because the stereotypes everyone pushes upon themselves. And you're like, I don't think those stereotypes at all. Am I, what? All right, let's see. All right. All right, to the main chat. Ben Air, English Ben. Dutch Ben. Not Northern. Morgen. Hey, the dude that's the chairman of the football says that you must register on this app before practice to make sure we know who's going to be there. I'm like, okay. Oh, I was explaining vaccinations in United States gays and the what is that thing called where like the folks in the States, it doesn't affect me, so it doesn't affect anybody else. What's that called?
Extrapolating from self.
Extrapolating from self. They are like super bad at like not realizing that there are people outside their head. That I'm rich, why aren't you rich? I'm white, why aren't you white? I like coffee, why don't you like coffee? Like, what? We have bad healthcare. Why don't you have bad healthcare? That center of the universe mindset. I was saying that I usually pay attention to the United States more, but I don't see this nagging thing in the other English dominant countries. So funny, the night before practice and nobody said anything. Just the last message was May 13th. Robin, can anyone pick me up from Hilversum Central? Today, me, 8 o'clock at night. Ben Air Morgen. Robin, Ben Air. Hopefully other people say it. Like, I understand last week because it was Moedersdag. And so I was like, oh, okay, my people aren't going to be there. And then like Thursday was Hemelvaartsdag. And I was like, okay, people aren't going to be at practice because of that. It's also raining and storming, but.
But we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah. Had some of the gear guys talking to me on Instagram because I posted that picture to my story. They're like, why is it so easy for you to go home and in like your pants and pads? I was like, well, first of all, it rained a lot and these things are suctioned to me and it's not freezing outside. Plus I'm on I'm on a heated train. It's a Deutsche Bahn, so. And it wasn't bad, but I was like, I was not going to pull off spandex lycra football pants and my pads because Hack dropped me off at Central. The closest place to get any semblance of privacy would have been to go into the station, go through one of the gates, walk all the way down, and then spend like 50 cents to get into the bathroom. Or I could have changed out in front of Hilversum Central, and I decided, no, I'm just going to wear my gear home, and I'm going to record right here while I figure out where all my crap's at. Because I had to pile everything into a backpack and make sure that it was, because Homeboy's not entirely waterproof, more resistant for like rain and stuff, but certainly. Yeah, I came home and like everything was drenched. Took me a while to get my, my stuff off because they were. Or doesn't anyone stare at you on a train? And I just wrote back to him on Instagram. I was like, bro, it is 10:45 at night on Deutsche Bahn. There are 5 people in this entire train car. 4 of them are wearing headphones and browsing their phone. The other person is sitting all by himself talking on Instagram. Nobody freaking cares here. Even if they do look at me, they probably think I'm in one of those like biker suit things because those are super popular around here. The wheel runners. Long, skinny legs, spandex bodysuit, aerodynamic helmet, shoes that lock into their pedals. These yahoos. Well, yeah, for those of you that actually care about what a zenith shadow looks like. I mean, they have an XR version, but I'm not sure if I want to go all the way up to there. These are all black. Amazon.com. Do you have it in multiple colors? Visit. Select size, large. I can't select color. Select style. What? Yeah, it doesn't allow color. It's just white. But yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. That's the back of it. There's the front of it. This isn't the face mask. As I'm going to football practice, I will be ending in about an hour. Start at, my time is 6, end at 9. So for the East Coast, that's noon to 3, right? Yeah, noon to 3. Extrapolate from that time zone. Yeah, I used to go to like 10:30, but now that I need to get into bed earlier because I need to get up, edit a video, make sure that everything's flushed out of my system and baby powdered up, and then get all my stuff together and then get on the train, leave the apartment by like 8:50 in the morning so I can get on the train and stuff. Oh, so apparently I'm having a weird conversation with a CPA over TikTok because that's the world these days. So apparently in 2022, cryptos could be considered a financial account in the EU. So yeah. He asked, because I misspelled furry. I put in F-U-U-R-Y. So I had to explain that our CPA is a furry who specializes in atypical income sources such as art commissions. What you doing?
It's like pipes.
Okay. Oosh. Oosh. Look at this short art. It says Canada driving by the US be like. It just shows like a whole house on fire starting from a dumpster. The person rolls down as a person in like an apron. And it's just like, hey, are you okay? Do you have a cigarette and a goddamn lighter? Canada rolling by the US. Like I said it before, I'll say it again. You guys got the vaccinations done for like free and rapid fire, but that's it. Like there's not much else. The education system's in the toilet, tanker, shitter, whatever. And giving this false sense of security about the medical thing. People are like, oh, I got my vaccination for free. I got it really fast. And then they go back to the doctor and it's just like, oh, sorry, you made eye contact with your doctor. That'd be $5,000. Also, Zachary, if you're still here, once you get on Medicare and if you get on Medicaid and you start getting double covered, fix anything in your body. If you have a pain, talk to someone about it. If you have a concern, talk to somebody about it. If you think you might have a problem, try not to sound like super paranoid about it. But yeah, because Medicare is going to cover a lot. And then Medicaid or your state Medicaid, whatever. I had Oregon Health Plan, will cover the rest. So when I moved here and I was like, I'm not going to get billed for anything. Anything they bill will go straight to my insurance. And yeah, that goes towards the deductible. Like, that's it. There's no, what is that point of? It's out of pocket, but there's no cost at appointment or whatever it's called.
Point of care, maybe?
No point of care cost. There's not like, you can just walk out of your doctor's office here and they'll take care of everything about charging your insurance. I guess that still costs money, but I think the pharmacy might, if they ever have to charge, they might have to pay for that. But if you have to do that for the pharmacy, they're not going to stick it in robot.
Yeah. Although robot does have a payment terminal.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Rowboat. Is it broken? It just says robot. Yeah. Medicine's here. I expected to kind of go ding when it's done, but
I'm not the only one.
But it's just like so dead silent, and then finally clunk clunk. Like you can't hear anything inside, but you know that it's looking for the medication in the racks on the inside. I don't know what it looks like on the inside. I'm actually curious because they got to store the medicines in there in containers, in boxes, so that the machine knows where to get it and pick and pack. And then tie each one of those medications to a certain PIN code that you punch in on the machine. Like, it's totally complicated on the inside, and I love it because it makes it easy on the outside. Aside from that weird, like, hyper reflective screen.
Yeah.
Kevin's gonna be there. No, Kevin. Like I said, a lot of people probably weren't there on Sunday because of Mother's Day.
Back on time.
I thought I saw something twitch on the screen. But yeah, the Zenith Shadow looks like super great. Because like I went through and customized it on the computer here, but I can't show you guys that. So I'm wondering if I can. Can I close you? I don't want to sign up. There we go. Just had to wait for it. Large. Customize. Oh, I can do it. The helmet. Royal blue. Check. Hardware. Black. Buckles. Metal. Check. Face mask. White. Predator. Check. Chin cup. Hybrid. Default. We'll go with the hybrid. Black. Yeah, we'll make it black. That's cool. Okay. Chin cup. Black. Oh, that's the straps. We'll keep the straps white. That's cool. Add-ons. Accessories. Oh, a chin cup sleeve. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are gonna be able to see from it, but that's what I've designed. And I'm like, that looks like super cool. And yeah, on the not the chin cup, exit out. The face mask for the Predator, or I have to go in their actual store for the Predator. Save progress, exit. That, how accessories, face masks, shop all. Oh, I have gloves. Oh, right, I couldn't buy the gloves because they wouldn't ship here. Move a Predator. Yeah, the Predator mask down here provides vision, provides durability, strength, and superior vision you need on game day. Versatile mask for all positions, ideal for linemen, backers, linebackers, fullbacks, and tight ends. Nice. And you check on chicken. Well, I remember that my watch an ad get boosted earnings were from was expiring soon, so I wanted to reset that thing up. It lasts for 6 hours, so. Everything's just been damp today. But yeah, so if you're looking forward to like gear videos, they will be coming in the future, but again, not soon. The Zenith Shadow is definitely, I mean, I'll look at the other helmets because it's entirely possible that I can get a better, swaggier look out of them. I mean, the Speed Flex or even the F7 is perfectly fine. There's even also getting a Vices, but if money's not an option, not an object, money is no object, then yeah, maybe a Vices whipping up there. The Vices 02 helmet. Or the 02 trench. Watch the trench unveil video. No, I just want to see the helmet. Yeah, they start at $799. Whereas the Zenith Shadow is like $425. So, but yeah. Like that's when I found out that there was this like this YouTuber kid. I think he's in high school now. He was a quarterback and he ran a YouTube channel, got a lot of gear and got new gear every year. And I was like, wow, that's actually really cool. Wow, that's really cool. Wow, that's really cool. And then like he goes, guys, I just bought a Vice's helmet with my own money. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're 16. How did you save up $800? My mom had to loan me a couple $100, but I'm like, I realized he's just some like rich pompous twit from like just one of the issues I have with a lot of football players is they get on YouTube and they're just they're like, oh, I came up from the hood, and then you look at this neighborhood and you're like, the hood. Like Devin in Lelystad. Oh, I grew up in the hood. You live in Lelystad. There is no hood in Lelystad. I guarantee you. Like, you live in a constructed city. To be fair, everything's constructed, but there's a difference when you actually look at the plan. This city was planned before it was built. Other cities like grow. That's why they have kind of weird streets in some places. And like, freeways can cut them off because they go around the circle. And then, yeah, no, Lelystad and Almira were planned cities before people moved in. They were, yeah. Lelystad, the Lelystad municipality in the Netherlands. It's a population of 77,000. Things to do in Lelystad. Pick your nose.
Hire someone to pick it for you.
Hire someone to pick it for you. Yeah, the city was founded in 1967. As soon as they finished because they finished the polder in like 1962 or something like that. It's the capital of Flevoland. And it was named after Cornelius Lely, the guy who engineered the Afsluitdijk, making the actual reclamation of Flevoland from below, or from the sea, technically, even possible. Lelystad is approximately 3 meters or 10 feet below sea level. Yeah. Yeah, Flevoland actually wasn't even a province until 1986. I'm older than Flevoland. Like the polder was built because the city was there. But the Afsluitdijk wasn't even finished until 1932. And then, yeah, almost all of the land belonging to Flevoland was reclaimed in 1950s and 60s while splitting the Markermeer and bordering lakes from the IJsselmeer. The province now has a total population of 423,000 people as of January 2020 and consists of 6 cities. But actually, Almira is a larger city. Flevoland is bordered in the extreme north by Friesland, the northeast by Overijssel, Markermeer, IJsselmeer, Gelderland, Utrecht in the southwest, and Noord-Holland. So, certainly interesting. But what's actually really funny is the other polder, the Noordoostpolder, polder, that's where Urk is at.
Oh, the city.
Urk. 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 Anyway, almost done with Flood here. You want to sit here and be a face? I gotta go pee real quick.
Sure.
So in case anybody chats, they aren't just looking at our television. This isn't our TikTok live stream.
Hey, everyone.
People are watching, but I don't know who's actually interacting, sort of thing.
Yeah, no one's said anything in the last 20 minutes. Goodness. Guys, what's going on?
Well, you know me, Aaron. I just keep rattling off stuff.
I know. I know. And we have 5 viewers. I think I'm one of them. Yeah, I'm one of them because I was monitoring the chat occasionally. That's 3 of you. So, yeah. There's 3 people watching, 4 people watching, I guess, plus me. So, yeah, who's here? What's going on? Why is no one talking? I don't know how he does this, honestly. Talking into a void. It's hard to do. Do you really have... No, that's paused. Okay.
What?
I thought your screen was on something. It was a live stream of watching something boil.
Oh no, it says
But it's paused.
yeah. Fired. Oh, Fire Department Chronicles.
This video brought to you by 5-minute crafts that are guaranteed to burn your house down and make sure that your local fire department talks about your stupidity forever.
Cold coffee, Tim.
I want to watch the original video. Making a loop out of Pillsbury Doughboy thing.
I don't want this to splash.
Yep.
There.
Oh, that's great. Look
Now.
at that go. Oh, it's already
It's going to go
frying.
really fast because we need the best kind of sugar,
Mhm.
powdered sugar.
Oh,
This goes in
no.
a Tupperware like this.
No.
Take a look what's happening.
Whoa, yeah.
See this?
No.
Oh, it's happening very fast. Ready?
Yeah. Oh
Look
my
at that.
gosh, that looks so
Probably going to take just 5 seconds. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to get the powder. I'm going to get the powdered
Get the
sugar
powder ready. Give-
Ready? Should I take it out?
And this is just a can of oil on the grill.
Here,
Wow.
into the powdered sugar.
Okay.
This is my favorite part.
Yeah, go
Zip.
for it.
I love this.
Very hot, I think.
Is that not
Wow.
an amazing looking donut?
Brought to you by 5-minute Crafts. Brought to you by. Oh.
So apparently this filter will like show your favorite photo in your camera roll. So let's just check and see if it's true. Oh no.
I was just trying to win the prize bag. Wait for it. Come on.
I was just trying to win the prize bag, and it wound up pushing 6 iPhones into the Aaron.
Wait for it. Come on. Oh, yeah, CK. I was just
Yeah.
If you feel like you need a little bit of company, it would be the perfect time. You want me, I want you ready.
The addiction. It's like people have to White Claw. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, what feels like an oxymoron? I drink White Claw and play American football. You get drunk off it. I get totally smashed on White Claw. And you play American football. How do you? Like, White Claw here is almost put in the alcohol-free section. Yeah, Aaron's like, how do you do this? I don't know. I just keep yammering, and hopefully someone pipes up about something.
Sidewalk, and there's this awesome pickup truck at a stoplight, and we stopped and looked at it. We're like, "Wow, that's so dope!" And I was like, kind of walking around the truck like a weirdo, admiring it. And the guy in the driver was looking at us. We're like, "Oh, that's awesome! What a great truck!" He's like, "Yeah, thanks, man." And then I turned and I just ran into the side of a Shake Shack building, just smack, bam, into the building right as he was driving away. So, pickup driver, if you're seeing this video, don't worry, I'm not injured, but your pickup truck's really awesome. So,
That's the one-legged guy.
on Friday,
Anyway. Oy. Well, it says here the Nike Vapor Shark. What's those? No. Oh, I know those cleats. Okay. I wound up actually getting some that were like, yeah, they had like the rubbery bottoms. I wound up donating them to the club. Those cleats actually still exist. They're in the container right now for people to use in case they don't have any. Because in 2018 I did a review of Nike cleats, and I was like, "Oh, is that it?" Vapor Untouchable. Those are Willie's cleats discussing Nike bikes. May 11th, 2019. Yeah, see, I had the other ones. Varsity Vapor Low. Vapor Varsity Low TDs. I bought 2 summers ago, according to this video. So 2016. Yeah, okay. So yeah, they're like 5 years old. I knew I'd figure it out somehow. I knew I talked about having new cleats. I just don't know because the video only allows me to search for, or the thing in the YouTube studio only allows me to actually search for titles. Oh yeah, I was like, how did you know it had been 20 minutes? Because you turned on timestamps.
It was already on when I got to it.
Oh,
It may have been on by default since I turned it on last time.
I guess. I don't know. Kiev Patriots actually won this game. It was Kiev versus Kiev. So there was the Kiev Patriots and the Kiev Slavs because that's
That's a name.
Mhm. It's just so weird to see, like, to switch back and forth between the translations and stuff and see which words are what. And I'm like, that's your word for American? Like, I'm still not actually even sure, but I think the very first word underneath the picture in the bold, I think that's their word for American.
Wow.
I mean, it starts with A-M-E and then has a lowercase p, backwards N, K, lowercase a, capital H, C, K, backwards N with the at the top. What? And I think the phi YT something is football. It's just fucking yeah. They're gonna punch American football into translate over to Ukrainian. I just yeah, that's it. It totally looks like I look at that word and I'm like, that's Python. Look, it looks like it says Python. I don't know why.
Python.
Python. I don't know what B Knibi is. See if we can B. No, I want capital B. Give me capital B. N-E-B-E. I can't write it backwards. N.
Translate should have a keyboard icon somewhere.
Turn off input methods. Oh yeah, there it is. K. Where is it? Oh, there it is. N. E. Big B. E. That would be Kiev. Yeah, American football by Kiev or whatever. I don't know. It has been. Yeah, Aaron did the deductions. There's 5 people watching. If
I'm one of them.
he's one of them, this doesn't count because I'm the one streaming, and I don't think anything else. I think Mark and Matt might be having it on in the background. So that's probably another 2 more, but
found out I am not crazy and that my headphones are cutting out.
So the theme of my birthday this year was change my mind.
Before the growth of the Industrial Revolution, most places outside London were still rural.
I'm gonna go back to chickens. So I needed to reset a bunch of stuff. Ka-ching! Okay, I got the ad in there. Okay. 16. Yeah, watch another ad for a boost of cash. He's one of those. Got him. He sits up there. I don't really want to pull him out of the package because that just gets more packaging put around that we're not going to do anything with. Plus, what's that? Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's terrible. I mean, that applies in WoW even much. I mean, you look at look at female Draenei, female trolls, and female orcs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a demons Draenei. We're going with goat people. Oh, you're right. Almost to 200 million chickens on the farm for the graviton egg. I can fit up to 1.26 billion, so we're not too worried about that one. And I'm not anywhere close to not hitting that. That's why I closed it. Not that big a deal. Probably going to watch some of my YouTube stuff later. I have some bow videos to watch. Yeah, I try not to let his stuff pile up too long, so because they're like super like, of the moment.
Yeah.
Let's talk about slogans, policy, and pirates. Then let's talk about Ted Cruz and something funny. Let's talk about 1033 and nuance. 1033 mean anything to you?
No.
Anything else in the... Oh! Let's talk about the Klamath River and water supplies. Okay. So apparently Oregon is not having a problem with a gas shortage, though. So I saw that one when I was searching for something about national coverage about something. Didn't see anything on K2, but then I saw that there's like, we're not having problems with gas, guys. We're nowhere near the pipeline. Gas doesn't come here immediately. It takes time to trickle across. Some Americans are like, oh my God, the gas is gone. Oh my God, the gas prices are so high. They're up at $3.50. I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, all the expats all the American expats on fucking TikTok are just losing their shit over the Americans crying about $3.25 gas. And I'm like, okay, well, let me check the Shell station at the Criterion. All right. So, okay, the gas prices. Okay, that's the gas price times 3.78. And then do the dollar conversion. Oh, okay, gas is here at $8.25 a gallon. Nice. Jesus. Yeah. Like gas price Amsterdam.
Petrolprices.com.
As of May 10th, the average price in Amsterdam. I just got 13 more rows on this. Oh, it is going up. It's at 177 as of May 10th. This thing actually allows me to convert it to US dollar. per gallon. Yeah, 8.1-ish. Yeah, $8.10 a gallon is the average price in Amsterdam. Why don't you own a car? Well, one, automobile taxes on top of that, plus the gas price is a little insane. Like, okay, so it takes me about $5 to get out to practice and $5 to get back on transit. It takes a lot longer than if I went by a car, but I'm also not paying for the gas, for the maintenance, and for all the various taxes that keep our roads smooth as fuck in comparison to Germany. So, yeah. Or Belgium. Oh my God, what sort of crazy road are we on right here? We're in the middle of Brussels, you shithead. This is the nicest road in Belgium. See if we can find that TikTok about Belgium roads. Belgium roads. This. Why do Belgians pay a road tax? That's the title. I don't really know why we paid so much for such awful roads. Oh, the sun hasn't even really gone down yet. It's only
8:45.
Yeah, it's both hands are basically pointing at the 9, so I've already like fast forwarded to being in the 9 o'clock hour. But the rain seems to have let up, and people are going back out to the skate park for a last little hurrah before the rain comes in.
Europe. Okay, then Europeans. How many states are in the US?
50. What are people from the Netherlands called? Albert.
I fucking love this so much.
Okay, then Europeans. How many states are in the US?
50. What are people from the Netherlands called? Albert.
Just it's funny she's Irish. Put in hashtag Ireland. What are people from the Netherlands called? What language does Belgium speak? It's just
I kind of feel a bit dumb. Like, it's not even a language.
It is a language.
Europe. Europeans always make fun of Americans' knowledge of Europe.
There's one before they're like, all right, so when's America's Independence Day? And they're like, 4th of July. Literally, it's in every single American movie. Everyone's talking about it all the time, even if it doesn't take place on that date. Everyone's bringing it up. In fact, most of us actually know that it's not actually your date of independence. You just arbitrarily kind of picked a day.
Okay, then Europeans. How many states in Europe?
I think I found the best windows ever.
What you know about rolling down in
I think I found the best windows ever, Aaron. All right, so officially it has been 45 minutes since anyone said anything in the chat. There are 4 people in there, and yeah. See you guys all tomorrow. You will see today's video describing stuff about TikTok and stuff, and then the day after that will be football video. Depending on the rain, I may try to get, actually somebody from practice on there. Like maybe Diego. I don't know. Might be nice to have someone on there. I was a dumb shit and didn't hit record when talking to Sven. Don't really want to tell that himbo that. He's going to throw that back at me. Catch you guys next week. We're just chilling.
Now you say something.
Now somebody's... Bah!